Bridging divides on difficult issues. Hi, I'm Mike Moskalo. Today I'm going to give an example of the process of bridging divides, namely the example of Alyssa and Ed. This provides an example of some of the processes that are discussed in some of the other videos. So, meet Alyssa and Ed. That's Alyssa and that's Ed. They love each other, except not anymore. They have a conflict. It's called divorce. And divorce breeds competition, fights. He's a deadbeat. She's nuts. And in a fight, somebody wins and somebody loses. And in a divorce, fights are often about the kids. And when this happens, well, one person tends to win, the other person loses, or the other person wins. In a fight, the best possible outcome is a compromise. Both people can't win. But in a compromise, of course, nobody really gets exactly what they want. There's a better way. Instead of fighting over positions, seek to identify the needs that each person has in the conflict. Stop trying to think of conflict as a fight, as a battle, as a competition. Start thinking of conflict as an opportunity for shared problem solving, where the problem that needs to be solved is the problem of meeting the needs of each person involved in the conflict. How can this be done? So, step one, be calm. You can't solve problems when you're angry. Take the time you need to calm down. This is discussed in other videos. Step two, identify each person's unmet needs, their unmet interests, their needs, their pleas, their fears, their concerns. You might have to dig a little bit. So there's Alyssa. She has her position in the conflict. There's Edmund. He has his position in the conflict. And there's the conflict. But underneath each position is something that motivates those positions, namely unmet needs, feelings, values, pleas, concerns. She has hers, he has his. Conflicts start with people taking different positions on an issue. So, Alyssa has the position, he's oppressive. I want full custody of the kids. And of course, Edmund has his position. She's irresponsible. I want full custody of the children. And then there's the conflict. But don't argue over the positions. Don't try to convince your partner that you're right. If you do, you'll just go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. When was the last time somebody persuaded you to change your views in a conflict or a debate? It doesn't happen. People dig in their heels. So instead of debating positions or trying to convince the other person, seek to identify and meet the hidden needs that are beneath the positions of each person, your own and the other person. So, for Alyssa, her position is he's irresponsible. She wants full custody of the kids. But her underlying needs are different. I worry he's not going to be there for the kids. That's why she thinks he's irresponsible. He feels, I worry that she's going to be yelling at the kids all the time. That's why he thinks she's oppressive. So what each party needs to do is to try to identify the hidden needs beneath the position of their opponent and their own hidden needs. So Alyssa needs to see that Edmund is worried that she's going to be yelling at the kids all the time. And Edmund needs to see that Alyssa is going to be worrying that he's not going to be there for the kids. Once you identify the feelings and needs of the other person, which takes time and compassion and patience, bring those needs and feelings to the surface. And then get rid of the initial positions. And now focus only on the unmet needs and concerns. Your job is going to be to try to find ways to meet both of those at the same time. And that's step 3. find possible ways to meet each party's genuine needs. So, how do we do this? We look at the needs and we brainstorm and we come up with solutions, possible solutions, as many solutions as we can to meet the needs and feelings of each person. So here's some examples to meet some of Alyssa's needs. Again, she's worried that Edmund isn't going to be there for the kids. Well, what's one solution to that problem? Well, she can have custody. It's a solution, probably not going to be a very effective one. Well, he can get a new job. He can put his kids before work. He could get parent training. He could reduce his hours. What are some of Edmund's solutions that might work for him? He can have custody. Same thing. Not going to work very well. She can get parent training. She can see the kids with supervision. She can see the kids only when he's there. She could find a way to stop yelling. These are a bunch of different possible solutions, and there's more. And the idea is to generate as many possible solutions as you can. Good ones and bad ones and ugly ones. Doesn't matter if they're going to work or not. Because the discussion, you'll find out whether they can or can't. Step 4. Create a solution that meets both sets of needs and feelings. And that solution will be a novel and unforeseen solution, one that no party could have thought of before on his or her own. So when we look at all of those possible ideas for solutions, what we want to do is we want to bootstrap a joint solution that meets all the needs. Well, here's one. Here's at least the beginning of one. Drawing on some of those ideas. Well, if Alyssa can stop trying to yell at the kids, if she can stop yelling at the kids, Ed won't resist having the kids be with her. But if she can't, she'll go to counseling. To show that he cares about the kids as much as his job, Ed will seek a new position at work that requires fewer hours. This is a win-win solution. This is a solution focusing on the needs of each person and that they can hopefully agree upon. The best solutions tend to be those that no one has thought of yet, because common ground is created, not simply found. If you can look past the positions of each party and to their underlying needs, you'll often find that even though the positions conflict, the needs themselves do not necessarily conflict. And if that's true, you're free to find a third way, a fourth way, a fifth way, a new solution that meets both of your needs simultaneously. Thanks for listening.